up here to the convenience store real quick. My gosh, man. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Woo! Good Lord. Something is coming, and it don't look good. Oh, man. Well, we're at the famous Sunoco station here right at the borderline of Travelers Rest and Marietta. And this is where my wife likes her scratch-offs from. And of course, you're not guaranteed anything, but they do seem to sell a lot of winning tickets here. Maybe it's just me, but that's what I've seen inside. They display them when people bring them back. Yeah, this is going to be something else here. All right, so I went into the store and I got my wife some of these right here. These are $2 Million Millionaire scratch-offs. They're $20 a pop. More than likely, you know, the higher the prize, the harder it is to hit on anything. But, you know, I checked these out earlier, and there's still a bunch of prizes left on them. A lot. I mean, I'm not looking for the grand prize. Well, that'd be nice, don't get me wrong, but it'd be nice just to get, you know, a few grand or something like that would be nice. Not asking for much, but hey, if it were to be the mega prize, that'd be great. But usually that seems to happen at the most uncommon little towns. It could happen here, but I don't know. You just never know. Good evening. It's probably about 7:30 p.m. Friday evening. Just to give you a quick catch up with the scratch-offs. My wife broke even. She won $100, so she broke even. That's good. Good deal. Now, the next thing on the agenda, I have a couple things to do. Now, the neck came. It was delivered today. The Fender Strat neck that I ordered a few days ago. The 22 fret neck that I was originally going to put on this guitar, but I changed my mind. I put the 21 fret neck back on that. As you know, the neck that I ordered from Guitar Fetish did not work on there. If you're not familiar with that story, when I went live earlier in the week, I talked about that. I ordered a neck from Guitar Fetish and it just didn't work. It was a $75 neck. I put it on there and it just didn't work. It was a train wreck. So I went through a few sets of strings, because when you remove a neck from a body, you have to get rid of your strings. To me, that's the best way to do it, to start fresh. So I put the original neck back on and had to recalibrate everything. It's back to where it was. It took a while, but I finally got it, and we're in good shape. So now that I have this neck that I found on eBay, I ordered some Fender tuners, but they haven't come yet. They were supposed to be here today, but they did not arrive. Luckily, I had some spare Geiger locking tuners that fit the holes on the neck, on the headstock rather, and I was like, that'll work. These tuners are fantastic. I've had people ask me in other videos, what kind of tuners are those? And they're, I want to say Geiger, Guyker, locking tuners. I think they're 16-to-1 gear ratio. They're excellent tuners, man. And they do fit on the tuner holes on the Fender headstock. They fit. So there's no boring out of holes or nothing like that, which I've been down that road. So, but not in this case. Everything's fine. So when those tuners come, I'll keep them for backups. Now, the only thing is I have to dig out the guitar that I want to put the neck on. It's a Fender loaded strap body just like this. It has a Mighty Mite neck on it already. But I ran into that same problem, like doing a D chord and all that. It was just not quite in tune. It was always something. So hopefully this Fender neck will fit in perfect. It should fit like a glove. And we're going to go through it step by step. And also, I'm going to upgrade lower tier Floyd Rose with the stainless steel parts. Show you how I do that in case you ever need to do that. You can kind of save a little bit of money and your Floyd will still be in excellent shape. All right, so stand by. Don't go anywhere. Here's the guitar right here. There we go, right there. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to take this neck off. Shouldn't be too bad. Nice big brass block in the back with this German Floyd up here. This E string is already broke, which doesn't matter. And I was kind of nervous, man, because I was like, do I have any more strings available? I didn't think I did. And I had 2 packs left. So I need to get on Amazon after I get finished and order a 6-pack of strings. All right, if you've never swapped out a neck, things you're going to need, of course, the guitar, all right, the neck, replacement neck, which this neck come from a Fender Players Series 2022 model. So this is a great neck. It's in great shape. Like I said, the tuners, the Fender tuners have not arrived yet. When I look at the tracking number, it still says, you know, the label hadn't been created or something. And I'm like, man, my time is too valuable to just sit around and wait to do it in the middle of the week when I'm working, because I don't really have time. Another good thing is the holes have already been, of course, pre-drilled, because this neck has been on the guitar before. So you shouldn't have to, it's not a virgin neck, as they say. You're going to need a tool like this. You don't have to. You can use a typical Allen wrench if you want. But something like this makes things a lot easier when you're taking off the long bolts. Like when we're going to upgrade the Floyd Rose in a little bit, this is going to really come in handy. I got this from Effutone. I use a piece of cardboard because we're going to place that underneath the Floyd here. You'll see that in a minute, because this is a floating system, a flashlight, because at my old age, trying to see to get the strings through the little eye holes up here can be tedious. I don't have a lot of light in this room, and I have a string winder, which is perfect, so I don't have to manually wind the strings. You know, it's personal preference. I do have a string winding tool, which that right there, of course, and then the cutters at the top, which is very, very, very convenient. I'm going to put this arm in here. Again, this is a German Floyd, so it's got a screw-in arm, which is not bad. I don't think it's too bad. And I'm going to place this right underneath here to make sure when I start taking the tension off these strings, so this doesn't sink all the way into the body. I want to keep it kind of level. Now, right now, it's a little bit up more than I would like, but I'm going to try to keep it level as possible. Let's take the tension off here. And it's just, you don't want nothing popping in the face, you know. So what I like to do is I just like to clean pick guard off, because it's just, even though it's been in a case, I've played it a lot. Well, I've played this guitar a lot back in the day, and I just knew something wasn't quite right. I was like, man, this neck or something is off. And I thought, well, maybe it's just me. No. Nope. See how much it sticks up here? It's just kind of a thicker neck. Take this out. See, it says licensed by Fender right there. Mighty Mite neck, licensed by Fender. But that's my second Mighty Mite neck, and I don't know, man. I don't know. So here we go. So let's see how this is going to feel. Already, that feels good already. We'll just check just in case, just to make sure. Well, I'm glad we double checked. Check this one. All right. Perfect. All right, we got the low E string on, and I can already tell you I'm going to have to lower this Floyd this way because look how high that is off the neck. Can you see that? Look at this. Look at that space from there to there. The action is way high, which that's a good sign because, like I said, this other neck is just a little too chunky, and it's just this here that's actually a very, very good sign. And what I'm talking about is when you put your string on, make sure it's right in front of that black block, not off to the side. Just for people who haven't done it. Those of you who have done it, please bear with me. String winder is such a convenient thing to have. What I like to do is put my locking screws, I don't want to put them on tight, just barely snug them on. I want to use this tool now to lower these posts right here. This post and this post here. We're going to twist these and we're going to lower them. And like I said, that's a good sign. Bring it down because it was way high with that other neck. And I'm just going to do this first. I'm going to eyeball it. And I'm going to just, as I move along, I'm going to make adjustments. I'm looking, right now I'm just looking at the action right here from the wood right here. I'm just looking, eyeballing it for now, because when we tighten these strings up, it's just going to make it more. But you want to make sure your pickups are low enough as well, because when you put this action down, the strings are going to ride on top of these pickups. So you got to think about that too. Like I said, I can tell the action is still high, but we're just trying to see what the tension looks like right now. It's not that bad, really. All right, here we go. The finished product. We got the new neck on there. The action is very low. It's so much better. It just feels so much better now. And it's amazing. I knew putting a Fender neck on a Fender body is like a hand in the glove, right? But the Mighty Mite neck just didn't work for what I was wanting. And I'm glad I found this neck on eBay. It really, really made things a lot easier, because I was like, man, I hate to let this go to waste. Not that it goes to waste, but I really didn't play it because I didn't like the Mighty Mite neck. And now we're, in the words of 38 Special, back where you belong. So, all right, let's move right along with the next thing on the list to do. We'll be right back. All right. Now we're ready to swap out the parts on this Floyd Rose system here. You can see it's just the pretty basic Floyd, nothing really fancy, but we're going to upgrade these parts here. These small little screws here, and these saddle inserts here, little black blocks, and as well as these long screws here. And after that, we'll be done. Now, if I were installing this on a guitar right away, I would definitely replace the trim post that came with this Floyd. As since this is a lower tier Floyd, the posts are going to be soft metal that came with this Floyd. But we're not doing that today. We're just going to replace these parts. And by doing this, it's going to make this Floyd twice as good. So what you're going to need is like I said, a tool of this stature right here. You don't have to. It's just easy if you do. Makes life easier. We're going to need the smaller Allen wrench right here. This is for the little screws right here that go into the saddle adjustment screws, as I call them. This Floyd unit is the one that came with the Fender Contemporary Strat that I got about 2 weeks ago. And these saddles are intonated a little bit. They could be a little bit better. I mean, they're, for the most part, they're pretty much on point, just about good enough for what we're going to do. But like I said, we're taking these out anyway. Now, here are your long screws. All right, you can get these from Amazon. All right, and I have a bag of these stainless steel saddle inserts as well. Again, you can get these from Amazon. Okay, I found the other bag. Getting worried. I didn't think I had any of the smaller saddle screws, but we have them. We have them. That's what I'm talking about. And here's your locking nut screw. See the difference in size there. We want to take this Allen wrench and we're going to remove the existing saddle screws. I've replaced these two so far right here. And what I did is I went ahead and adjusted the saddles, also the known as the saddle intonation. So these two will be flush with the edge, and this one will be back just a little bit. This one will be flush with the edge, and these two will be back. So these three will be flush with the edge, and then these three will be back. And that's pretty much how you want your saddles. It puts you in the ballpark of what you need. So I'm going to continue on with replacing these. We'll go from there. Okay, now you can see that we have replaced the small saddle insert screws. That already makes a huge difference right there for saddle placement. And now we need to replace the saddle block inserts. We'll do that next. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your tool here. You're going to unscrew the long screw in the back, because we're going to replace those as well. These are really, really cheap. So you can go ahead and take these all the way out. That's why I say do the small screws up front first, because now nothing, these won't move. Okay, we got these old things out here. Here's the old saddle block inserts right there. So it's very important when you put the new ones in, is you'll see that little indentation. You want to make sure that's facing toward the fine tuners and it's on the bottom. So the way it looks, if I tilt that up like this, and we want to place that just like that, and we're going to put our long screw in here. I'm sorry for the camera work here. I'm looking down on top of my phone. I have my phone set in an odd position, so I apologize. Now, when you place these long stainless steel screws, you want to make sure you put them in between this metal piece here, this flange piece or whatever, not quite sure what you call it, and you just feed it through to the saddle right there. And we're going to screw it in, and it's going to go to right there. Let me take my tool and make sure that it's in there. Since it's a new kind of deal, it might be a little stingy. There it goes. There we go. Now it's all the way. So you can see it's pushed against that saddle block insert. So if I was going to put strings on, I would back this out a little bit and put my string right in front of the saddle block insert, and then I'd tighten this back up. So we're going to put the rest of the inserts in and put these long screws in, and we'll be done. Some of these go in really easy, and some take a little finesse, but it does work. When I first tried this, I was very, very shocked at the difference that this little upgrade does. I was really, really shocked. But it does, man. And like I said, I would put new post on as well. I would go the extra little mile and get some good posts. You can get some for really high quality Floyd posts for about $33. You can find them on Amazon. There is our completed Floyd right there. She is ready to rock and roll. Again, what did we replace? We replaced these small inserts, saddle screw inserts, the block inserts, and the long screws. There you go. Hope you enjoyed this little quick upgrade for this Floyd Rose tremolo system. Thanks for watching Joe's World. See you later.